here with John McNamara, lifelong Millville resident.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what happened one day when he was having lunch in Okinawa in '45.
That's exactly right. I was in the 1st Marine Division, and one particular day, our company, L35, was sitting down having our lunch. And unfortunately, we didn't put out any people to guard the area. Crazy. But we didn't realize at the time that we were practically surrounded by a platoon of Japs. And so just as we started to open our cans, we never got any hot food. It was all in cans, and you had to open it with your K-bar knife. And we were getting ready to do that. And fortunately, a lot of us had the K-bar knives in our hand. Think about that now. We used the K-bar knife in fighting, but we also kept our weapons close to us. And we were just starting to eat when all around us, in the brush all around us, we were sitting in a little grassy area. The Japs started screaming and coming out, and I'll tell you, your heart was racing. And the first thing I did, I grabbed my M1 rifle. I always had a bayonet on the end of it, and I stood up, and all the other fellows, of course, stood up. And before we knew it, we were intermingled with a platoon of Japs. And it was, you couldn't fire because you were too close. Everything was close, like 2 feet, 3 feet. So you had to use your bayonet or your knife or your feet or something like that, okay? And so the hand-to-hand combat was something you can't believe. And so all of a sudden I was facing 2 Japs with bayonets coming at me. But I'll tell you, you look in a man's eyes and you know when they're scared. Well, these 2 Japs were scared. And I had special training in bayonet, the Biddle system. And they came at me, and it was true. They always carried their bayonets low. Bad habit. Because all I did, I used to sharpen my bayonet with a file. You could shave with it, if you will. You may not believe that, but you could. I never tried it. But anyway, these 2 Japs, they were shoulder to shoulder, which made it so much easier. And all I did was slash both of them in the throat. And they went down and they were out. Just then somebody yelled, "Mac, behind you." So I dropped to one knee. I knew there had to be somebody with some kind of a knife or something behind me, and I wanted to drop to my knee in case he was already on his way down with it. Well, I looked up just in time to parry. I had the M1 rifle with me. Greatest rifle ever made. The M1 rifle, and I parried his stroke. He had
Samurai, right?
The samurai sword.
Yeah.
He had a samurai sword. He was an officer. And you'll see a picture of him evidently in the paper. And so he was halfway down, and I caught him with my stock of my rifle. It took a big chunk out of it. And I belted him with the butt of the rifle. I think I broke his jaw, quite sure I did, because he was on his way down then. And then I finished him up with the bayonet. And that was about as close as I can come, Greg, with anything that happened that closely.
That was a close call.
Close call.
And I think you said that the guy that came at you with the samurai sword, you found a picture of him in his helmet.
Yes, well, every Japanese that you killed, practically, when you took their helmet off, they had a picture of their family in that helmet. And he had his picture, which you'll see, you people are going to get
It's right here.
Here it is.
Yep.
Yeah. And he had the picture of his wife and kids. And I felt kind of bad then. But I was still happy to be alive. So that's the story of John Mack and the 3 Japs that I took care of in one day.
Thank you.